Tortellini Tuesday. Guys, welcome to the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, the guy with the giant hat. That's the fish keeper.
Who's got the giant hat on?
Erik Ruby.
Whoa.
Zookeeper. Sorry, man.
We need to retire that nickname.
I apologize. Zookeeper. Yeah, this will be the last appearance of the Zookeeper. Not you in general. You'll be back, but just that name. We got the fish keeper here, the leader of all the aquariums. That is the one, the only Shane Dieffenbach himself. And we got DJ Danielle behind the Mac, making all the magic happening. Guys, do us a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and wherever you get your podcasts, drop a 5-star review. Let us know what you think of Arizona State athletics as it stands right now. Shane, Eric, it's a beautiful Tuesday, guys.
It's a good Tuesday. The weather's about to get warm again, so that's unfortunate. I will say, we touched on this briefly yesterday. I'm excited for not only the pollen, but the bees to go away.
Yeah.
Dude.
Because holy good Lord, they're out in full force.
Yeah.
A lot of bees. Lots of bees.
I had a full force sneeze attack over my weekend.
Full force sneeze attack.
Yeah, I was out.
How many times in a row?
It wasn't like all like consecutive.
Okay.
It was like sneeze and then like a 15-second break and then sneeze, but nonstop for like 15 to 20 minutes.
The worst is when Jacob Franklin or somebody like that who, if you sneeze more than 2 times in a row, you're annoying me. You're
absolutely
like,
right. You're absolutely right. That's what I was going to ask.
Sneezing.
Is there's a you say bless you the first time.
If I sneeze 3 times in a row, I'm so embarrassed. You're a loser. You're a loser. Well,
no, you are. So you sneeze twice, you get a bless you. You sneeze a third time.
Shut the hell up.
Exactly. Right? Like that's how that goes?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
You don't bless somebody a third time.
No. Well, the thing is, like, I was out like in public, right? And I was at like a bookstore with people. So people were like quiet in there. Like it was not loud. It was dusty.
Get out of the bookstore.
It was dusty.
In the bookstore?
I literally had to leave. Because I could not stop sneezing.
There's no way.
Did anybody bless you?
Like the first 2 times.
Was it an old bookstore?
No, it was.
All bookstores are old bookstores.
Like,
no, they're not.
I just, as soon as I walked in, I was sneezing all over the place. It was like so embarrassing. I had to leave. I just had to walk out. I can't be in here.
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment, like just thinking about it, to be honest with you. That's tough for you.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. And I was wearing the big hat too. I never take this thing off. You know, it's just
it's tough. That's tough.
Sleeping is hard for him.
Kept it on your head too.
Yeah.
My God. Look, guys, we got a lot to get into today. But I want to start off talking about Kenny Dillingham and the way that the Sun Devils have kind of gone about building this roster over the course of the last couple of seasons. Because I think with Arizona State over the last few weeks, months, it's been easy for us to talk about the class of 2025 and even really the class of 2024, what those freshmen, some of them were able to accomplish pretty early in spring ball. But with today's era of college sports, it's more than just recruiting.
Speaking of recruits, I have a fun story to tell you guys.
I can't wait.
My dad, so my parents are in San Diego right now. Okay. And my dad was just walking the streets, boardwalk, I don't know where he was. And like one of those guys that, is trying to get their music out there, handing out CDs was there. And it was Jason Brown's like friend or cousin.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
The freshman running back.
The freshman running back that's going to be here in the fall. The top rated recruit in ASU's class of 2024. And he my dad said, "Oh yeah, I'm from Arizona," and he goes, "You're going to hear about Jason Brown, who's like a high recruited running back." And so my dad was like, "What do you know about Jason Brown?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know he's going to be here in the fall." And
that's absurd.
Isn't that crazy?
That is absolutely
crazy coincidence.
wild.
Was the music any good?
He said he was going to pop it in the CD player as soon as he got a chance, but I don't think he's had a chance yet.
Huh? We're gonna need that.
Yeah,
we're gonna need.
So
that.
That's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Also, fun fact: Arizona State continuing to stay ranked in the top 25 of that class of 2025.
Yeah.
Number 12 as it stands right now. More commitments are going to be on the way. But before we get into 2024, I want to look at 2023 because I thought that specifically is kind of the first time that we really got to see how Kenny was going to build a roster with guys that weren't necessarily his.
Yep.
And they managed to get a ton of talent that wasn't just 1 year talent.
Yeah.
It was guys that they would be able to return and retain for years on past the NCAA issues, past, trying to establish a system.
Past a bowl ban.
Yeah, past all of it. So this is 2023, just some of the notable additions that Kenny Dillingham, Bryan Carrington, and the staff were able to get in terms of recruits: Montana Warren, Sean Na, Corbin Hendricks, Keith Abney, CJ Fight, and then through the portal, Jordan Tyson, D Ford was a big name last year. Xavier Alford.
D Ford just signed somewhere.
He did. Clayton Smith, Lee Fautanu. Again, those are just some of the names. But Shane, I'll start with you since you obviously were covering this team a little bit with me last season. What did you think of the mix of talent that Kenny was able to get from both the portal and those class of 2023 or class of 2024 recruits?
Yeah, I mean, it was unique, and I think the biggest thing that stood out was their personalities. They all were hardworking guys that, one, love ball, like he always says, but two, were fun to be around. I mean, the name that sticks out to me most, who I think is arguably the best player on this roster, is Lee Fautanu. He's hilarious. If you've ever been out at practice or just seen anything, he's so funny. He was he ever on the show? I think he was on.
I think he was on Corn Shore. Yeah, yeah.
Corn Shore.
Yeah, he was on Corn Shore. Corn Show.
Yeah. He's hilarious. So just a blend of personalities, because you don't throw away last year by any means, because a lot of development was made personally by him and the players, but record wise and what happened in the wins and losses, you kind of do throw away. And just looking at what he was able to build off of from that is exciting.
Yeah, and Erik, it's not just talent that is former 4 stars, former 5 stars, like a guy like Clayton Smith. It's finding those gems in the portal and in those recruiting classes. Lee Fautanu, Shane, the guy that you say is one of the best players, if not the best player on this team, starting center for Arizona State, projected to be one of the top centers in the Big 12.
Country.
He was a 2-star recruit coming out of high school and only a 3-star transfer. Yet Kenny Dillingham took a chance, saw a player that could be a staple for this Arizona State offensive line.
I mean, yeah, you're looking at somebody like him and a lot of players who are just not just there for one season, right? You're not renting, you're investing. And that has been a theme when you're talking about guys that are coming here in the transfer portal. You're looking at somebody with eligibility, somebody who's not just going to be a one and done, somebody who's going to come in, buy into the culture, be here for more than one season so that you can watch it all build together. And when you look at somebody like Leaf, like you said, not highly rated, not highly recruited, but he found a home here and he thrived. And now we're talking one of the best in the country at his position. That's a massive deal.
I think, I mean, outside of the quarterback position, football IQ and just overall IQ is super important at center. I think it's the most important, again, aside from the quarterback position. And so, these measurables of stars and ratings and arm length and hand size for guys in the trenches can pretty much get thrown out the window if you have one of the smartest players in the country at that center position. And that goes back to what I was saying with Kenny, recruiting guys for their personalities and their who they are as people. He always says love football. Who they are as people. They want good people in this program. And showing how good Leaf is really tells you a lot.
Yeah. And it's a balance too, right? Like, you want smart, good players, but there's a lot of people who know a lot of football who can't play for shit.
Yeah.
Right. And so you need somebody who's smart, somebody who loves ball, but somebody who you also can look at and say, hey, maybe this other place wasn't finding the best out of you, but here where we are, oh, you love the sport. Oh, you think similar to me. And you have something that we can build off of. Like, we can mold you into something great. And it's not just Leaf. It's a lot of players across the roster as well that you can just see, okay, once you get in the doors here, like you said, throughout last season as far as record-wise, because the vibe around the program, how players are talking about the program, talking about the coaching staff has nothing to do with the record last year. Like, you're investing, and now you come into this year, you're expecting to see the fruits of that 2023 recruiting and transfer class to kind of provide some fruit.
You know who I hope loves ball a lot? Donald, cover your ears. Jeff Sims. That's not a joke. Geez. That's not a joke, because again, we've had this conversation before, and it may seem like out of the question because one was a top 10 draft pick somehow, top 12. Bo Nix, and one is Jeff Sims, who came from Nebraska. But there can be similarities if it decides to work. Bo Nix, tons of raw talent at Auburn.
Yeah.
Unbelievable raw talent at Auburn. Jeff Sims, really good raw talent. Like, dude has a cannon. Dude can move.
He's built like a quarterback.
He's built like a NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
You would love to see that.
People, and I don't want to.
And Kenny doesn't bring Jeff Sims and guys like him here unless he knows they want to work.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think there's a lot of people already throwing out Jeff Sims, and that's based off of what you've seen in the past on tape, whatever. But let's talk about the Arizona State quarterback room last year, right? Let's be real. It wasn't the greatest quarterback room in the world, right? Drew Pine wasn't good. Jacob Conover wasn't good. Like, there were guys in this room that came as transfers that it didn't work out. Now, when you watch Drew Pine and Jacob Conover play football, it was an utter mess.
Yeah, icky.
It was gross. It was disgusting, right? They turned the ball over. The same thing that people say Jeff Sims does a whole lot. All I'm saying is you bring in a guy like Jeff Sims, and I know I shouldn't be saying it.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Could it get any worse? Could it get any worse than the quarterbacks that you had to throw out there
last year?
Quarterbacks 4 and 5 on the roster because of so many injuries. That's what I'm saying.
Shut up. Yes, it can.
Okay.
Because you know what can happen?
No. We don't even need
the people that you bring and get hurt, and you go down to 6 and 7, and oh my God, Leaf is now somehow snapping the ball to himself.
That might be cool.
I'd pay to see that.
Might be cool.
I don't think that's legal, but
well, look,
there was a play in NFL Street 2 when you use the game breaker.
Great game.
Yeah, it's honestly probably my favorite video game of all time, where you would snap it, but you wouldn't really snap it, and the center would fake snap and then just hold it and then look around and then start running. I'm like, that's not legal.
No.
Like, as an 11-year-old, I was like, that's bullshit. You think I'm that stupid?
That's when Shane knew that he loved ball.
Yeah.
But just again, some of the players, and I think it was you, Eric, that brought this up, guys that are going to continue to play at Arizona State beyond 1 year simply because of eligibility, right? Immediately, you look at the contributors that they were able to get through the portal. Jake Smith, going to be a staple for ASU's offense this year. DeCarlos Brooks had a decent year last year. Figures to be, again, in the rotation at the running back room.
Especially if he can stay healthy, man. That guy is dangerous.
Melquan Stovall, another guy in the wide receiver room. I don't know how we missed this one. Scat, right? Scat was this entire offense last season for Arizona State. A dude that came from the portal, was a 0-star recruit. Had 0 stars coming out of high school.
It's so crazy.
Look, 5'10", 200 pounds. Like, that's decent size for a running back. 3 stars as a transfer. Prince Dorba, another big name. Ben Coleman, Trey Brown, Xavier Guillory, Leaf. Like, doing that and then coupling it with guys that aren't necessarily 1-year starters. Montana Warren, Keith Abney. CJ Fight's a little bit of a different example. But, like, again, guys that you can almost wait a year on and then they have that success or they can be those contributors. That's what I think you're going to see more so this year. And that's why it's so exciting to talk about the additions that Kenny and company got this past offseason.
Yeah, and can continue to make down the road, especially you've seen the success continue to build, specifically that wide receiver room with the loss of Rashad Samples. Like, it can still be that. The portal is closed. No more bye-byes.
Yeah, no more bye-byes.
That is large. That is very large. I also love Sharon. You're just too nice. Pine just needs this really strong offensive line.
Yeah.
You know who else would need a strong offensive line if you play football? Shane. I would need one. I would need a very strong one because I panic a lot too.
You saying he panics?
That's what she said.
Oh.
He panics too much.
No, he did panic too much. Hey, it's easier to win 8 games at Notre Dame when you have a NFL caliber offensive line.
When you have 4 Joe Alts.
Yeah, it is what it is.
5 Joe Alts.
But look, these are some of the additions that Kenny and the Sun Devils were able to get here this past offseason. And again, some of the names immediately that stand out in terms of recruits. Jaden Fortier, excited to see what he can do when he gets to Tempe in the fall. Tony Lewis and Cuba had a really strong spring along with Rodney Bimage and Martell Hughes. And then the transfers. I mean, Cole Martin, Raleek Brown, Sam Levitt, Zyrus Fiaseu, LaTerrence Welch. Tell me I'm wrong. I see all 5 of them starting in some capacity.
Yeah, it definitely depends on what this quarterback competition looks like when we get to the fall with Sam. Sam's been the best quarterback in the spring, but spring ball is so much different than fall camp. The installs are nowhere near where they're going to be. People are going to put on weight. People are going to lose weight. There's going to be a whole different batch of receivers to throw to.
Yeah.
Whole different batch of pass catchers in general. So that's the only one that I'm questioning about. And Raleek Brown's not going to be a starter because Cam's your starter, but he's going to play as much as a starter.
He's going to be very heavily involved.
Very heavily involved. All of those guys, all 5 of those guys are going to be needed. Huge. I mean, I still can't believe that Cole Martin was recruited to play nickel. That shows how
to be solely
he's going to be so good, Sun Devil fans. I don't know if you guys realize he's going to be so good. Jordan Clark was one of my favorite players I've ever watched at ASU. One of my favorite people that's ever been at ASU. Probably my favorite ASU personality ever. This guy is so good. Sorry, Jordan Clark. Sorry, JC. Sorry, Ryan Clark. Love you guys. Made me forget about Jordan Clark. That's how good this guy is.
Yeah.
And personality-wise, not lacking much.
No, he's
hilarious.
Great. He's absolutely great. And I think it's, again, to have a player that is going to be a leader for years on end at Arizona State, I think is huge for Brian Ward in this defense. And Cole Martin is that type of guy, the same way that you saw a talented kid in Jordan Clark come to Arizona State, and he sat through some bad years, sat through some interesting stuff going on, obviously, with Herm Edwards and company, but he was, and I think will always be remembered as a Sun Devil. But, I mean, Jordan Clark he's starting at Notre Dame at nickel, which is ridiculous. Cole Martin you're not going to miss a beat with Cole Martin here at Arizona State.
Yeah.
You
might miss a couple jokes.
You might miss
Jordan Clark was genuinely probably the funniest player in college football.
Yeah. Jordan Clark also, similar to his dad, just was an animal.
Yeah.
Was an absolute animal.
Just if you're new to the show or you haven't heard him talk, just look up PHNX Sun Devils, Jordan Clark, a couple of shows we've had him on. Good Lord. He's great. Laughing the whole time. The Pac-12 media show is still just one of my favorites.
That was crazy when we had all three of those guys on. It was definitely something. Do you guys think, and Erik, I'll start with you on this one, that this is the perfect balance of being able to recruit at a high level while also getting valuable players that aren't just one-year rentals in the transfer portal? Or would you prefer more of and I mean this totally serious, not a joke, Deion's approach at CU, where it is super, super heavy on the portal, less on recruits, or maybe vice versa? Maybe we stay away from the portal a little bit and really go heavy on recruiting.
I think it's perfect for exactly what they want to do. And what Kenny Dillingham wants to do here is build a perennial winner, to build a program that's not just going to be competing for 3 to 4 years at the highest level and then left in ruins once Kenny Dillingham has jumped on to the next school.
Yeah.
Right? He wants this place to be great for decades, not weeks, not just years, decades. And if you want to do that,
imagine having a program that was good for weeks. Sorry to interrupt. Just weeks.
That was basically Colorado at the beginning of last season.
That was Colorado.
But if you're sitting here,
they were the best team in the country for 2 weeks.
They were. Who wins, 2019 LSU or first 2 weeks of last season Colorado, right?
Crazy.
But you can't just put all your chips on let's heat this program up real quick. Let's try to get a bunch of players or a bunch of money at transfer portal players and screw the next couple of recruiting classes. Yeah. That's a approach, and if that's what you want to do, there probably is some value in that. But you have to play the game. You have to be in the portal. You have to get good players. But you don't want to just get A, one and dones.
No.
And B, people who don't want to be there and build a culture. And he's getting very talented players who very clearly want to be here, while also recruiting his ass off.
Yeah.
He's doing it all at once. And it's when we say he and Kenny, I think all the time we can all say we're involving every coach. It's an umbrella of Kenny Dillingham and his program, not just he's the only one doing it, but they are finding, I feel a perfect balance, especially for the spot they're in as a program with now and future.
Look, I think recruiting is cooking at home and the transfer portal is fast food. And I think at some times you can cook at home a ton and it's going to taste great. Every now and then you want to just go out, get yourself a nice, bleep out, no free ad, a burger from somewhere, right? You want to just go get, and it hits. It's good. And then you go back to cooking at home and there's a balance. And I think Kenny Dillingham and this coaching staff have found a good balance of being able to go get guys that aren't necessarily viewed nationally as blue chip guys, but they've got everything in terms of a makeup to be a really, really talented college football player and a really talented Sun Devil, point blank period, is what Kenny Dillingham kind of wants from these guys.
For sure.
I think this is, if you're an ASU fan, this is the recipe to how Kenny and Bryan Carrington and a lot of these coaches are going to continue to build the staff or build this roster. And I think that is a good thing. Almost as good as all of the deals they have for you over at Circle K. America's thirst shop, Gerald's thirst shop, Shane's thirst shop, Eric's thirst shop, everybody's thirst shop here at PHNX. They got a new free membership program. It's going to help you guys save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. We're talking about Inner Circle. And guess what, Shane? They're going to help you save 3 cents.
Me?
3 cents per gallon every day after your first 5 fill-ups.
I just, I need that because I just booked flights. I'm going to Europe this summer, and they ran me some cash.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to save up. Unfortunately, I can't drive to Europe, or else I would.
Yeah. And, I mean, how many tanks do you think that'd take? A lot.
9.5.
9.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that might be a little low.
No.
To drive to Europe? You got me. Good counterpoint. You got me.
No, yeah.
You got me.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, you can't.
Circle K has stuff for you, too.
For me?
Yeah.
Like what?
You're going to get every 6th free on a selection of those Circle K products, pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks.
I like all of those.
And more thirst. I'm talking to you now. You've met your match, okay? Enjoy your member-exclusive beverage deal. Inner Circle members like you can get any size Polar Pop or Froster for just 69 cents. Nice. Now through September 3rd, find it in the app under Inner Circle and offers. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for more details.
8.64 tanks on average.
To drive from Arizona to
8.6?
Yep.
Dude.
You nailed that.
I know.
You showed me.
Dude knows gas.
I did just travel across the country for the last 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
In an RV.
Fair.
And I didn't look up an RV tank of gas because that's a whole different beast. Seeing that total fill up at like a Pilot gas station or like one of the truck stops. Oh my God. I'm like, can we just come on?
Yeah.
Holy.
How long did it take to fill up?
Like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Gas guzzler.
That the total was equivalent to how much I won on BetMGM last night. Even though I gave out a loser.
Oh, you had a good day.
Even though I gave out a loser on the show yesterday.
You're a fraud and did other bets?
Well, no, I'm not a fraud. I have a lot of action out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not a fraud.
He loves the game.
I did bet on what I gave out, but I won a lot of other things. You know, Josh Hart, PRA is always smacking.
It's always smacking.
Always. Did you see what he did yesterday? He had like 27.
Dude just plays basketball all game.
He plays really hard basketball. He does play the entire game. I don't think he came out yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's amazing, and he's so fun to bet. He's the Julius Randle of this year. This team is doing this without Julius Randle, by the way, which is probably why they're doing this. God, I miss Julius Randle.
I know you do.
I miss betting on him so much.
You're the Wolverine meme of him holding the picture in your bed, and it's just you with Julius Randle.
I've told Leah in our future home we're going to have a hall of Shane with Shane's favorite teams that he's bet on, players that he's bet on, like the 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning, the Julius Randles of the world.
Can Marcus Smart rebounds get his own? No.
Who else is like a?
No, dude.
Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne.
Terrence Mann rebounds.
UConn this year and last year in the tournament. I made so much money off of UConn, and you can make a bunch of money over at BetMGM using that bonus code PHNX. It's just that easy, and they got their Grand Slam jackpots. You know the deal with that. All you got to do is sign up for BetMGM. Use the bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10, and you will receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to me talk about the disclaimer. Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Pugs and Hugs, did you do something new with your hair? You look really good.
It's been a minute, Pugs and Hugs. I feel like I haven't talked to you, seen you in quite some time. How are the kids? How's everything going on? Don't know if Pugs and Hugs has kids. Guys, hit that like button. There's a bunch of you in here. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I know we got Sweet Prince Kenny, Sharon.
Mike Luke was in the chat. I don't know if he still is because he was mad we weren't.
I didn't think that was Mike Luke until he doubled down on saying that Kenny likes Circle K, and then I was like, that's definitely Mike Luke.
He types like Mike Luke talks.
Yeah,
it's got to be Mike Luke.
Exclamation points everywhere.
Yeah. The great Jacob Franklin.
That was such a good, good Mike.
That was good.
Wow. Yeah. Impressive, man. Impressive stuff. Look, I do want to give
Damon
a little bit of
just go back and forth all the time.
Who you and
doing Mike Luke?
You and Damon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You guys do any other impressions?
No, I'm just saying it's just me, him and I go back and forth doing Mike Luke impressions. Usually it's just me and him saying the great Jacob Franklin over and over again. But
he's here. What's up?
I love
Mike.
it.
Well, how was my impression? Right at 10 out of 10.
That's a 10. Look, let's get to some other stuff going on around Arizona State athletics. Little Sparky notes action. Starting with the news of the day, the longest tenured head coach in ASU history, Sheila McInerney, has officially retired. Guys, she led the ASU women's tennis program to nearly 600 wins, 37 NCAA tournaments over her 4 decades at the helm in Tempe. Pour one out for Sheila today.
Build the statue.
Build a statue of Sheila.
Blake, you're in
4
luck.
decades? 4 decades,
That is
guys.
wild.
That is incredible.
You know what I've been doing for 4 decades? Not existing most of that time.
It's true.
Not most of that time. I've been alive.
Can you imagine
for the better part
being that successful for 40 years? Like in a row, one after the other?
I can't be successful for a full day.
Mm.
I've only had a couple days where I'm successful the entire time.
Yeah, have you ever been successful for like a week every day?
No, that's crazy.
Right? So imagine doing that 52 times 40. How many days is 4 decades? Do 365 times 40. Somebody do that math.
365. Well, that's it's just
well, then
under,
you got to count leap
it's
years.
just under 16,000 days. I know that.
So
I'm going to go with 14,000 ish.
Let's see if the number.
I'm doing a different kind of math here. I'm looking at
got?
the.
That was pretty good. 14,600.
You in numbers. You're
killing it.
Okay, no,
You're a number guy.
that makes me sad that you think that is that crazy because you just do 300 times.
Yeah, no, I got you.
It's not that crazy.
No, but you're just a straight up number guy. First it was the gas.
Well,
you're
no,
big
first-
on weights.
Yeah, first it was player weights. I'm pretty good at that. Give me somebody
It's pretty absurd.
right now.
Josh Hart.
Oh,
That's a tough one.
I don't even know how tall he is. Josh Hart, I think he's 6'8", 215.
I think 6.
No, that's way too skinny. That's way too skinny.
He's like
225.
225. I was gonna say 230.
230.
What do we got here?
For his draft profile, so I don't know how much.
How tall is he?
6'5.5".
Oh, he's 6. Okay, let me redo this. He's 6'5.5", 220.
215.
I mean, that's okay. One more. Lad McConkey.
Whoa.
Whoa.
6'1", 195.
He is 5'11", 185.
Damn. Well, you take those 2 inches away.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, your scale is
Yeah,
right.
my scale's right.
Man knows numbers.
Yeah.
Man
So
knows numbers.
back to tennis. Dual meet record since 1985. There has only been 2 seasons where she has not had a winning record. 2003 and 2004. One was 11-11. One was 8-15. Overall, 574 and 340. That's a 628 winning percentage since 1985.
That's wild. That is so stupid.
1 losing season, 1 500 season. Everything else above 500.
That is wild.
Just
That's great.
Just out here winning.
That's greatness.
Out here winning. You know who could use some of that magic?
Well,
ASU.
They've used a little bit of that.
ASU
magic
baseball
recently.
could use some of that magic.
They've been better.
26 and 23 on the season.
Yeah.
Got 7 games left till you hit the Pac-12 tournament. How do we feel about the state of ASU baseball right now?
The losses aren't as disappointing as they were last year.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just straight up losing.
Well, last year I
games.
feel like you could point to the losses and be like, hey, guess what, guys? The bullpen and the pitching just wasn't there again.
Ooh, they were up 8-5, and then they gave up 14 runs in the 6th.
Yeah, it was a script. They had a script every game of how they were going to lose it, and they lost it the same every single way. Now I think you're getting a little bit of a mix in terms of the way that this Arizona State baseball team is kind of functioning.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I haven't been on the show. I don't know if you guys talked about Willie's comments about NIL
No, we didn't.
a
We
few
didn't
weeks
touch
ago,
on
but pretty much begging for NIL money at this point to help Arizona State get to where this program used to be and where Willie wants to take it. 7 games left. I think you probably need to win 5 of them. If I'm Willie, I would feel comfortable going 5-2 and then heading into tournament play. I would say that's a decent season, but as it stands right now, I think you're at another average season for ASU baseball.
Yeah, it's hard because the trajectory was definitely on the up right when he, not in the trajectory wasn't on the up, but he started it on the up when he first got here, and then it's kind of flatlined a little bit. It's hard to win in today's world of NIL when you're not getting the support necessary.
Can we role play here for a second? Can we role play?
Maybe.
And by we, I mean you guys. So I'm gonna give you guys a scene. I'm gonna give you a scene. Shane,
I don't like when he plays God.
No,
this is
I really don't like when he does this.
Shane, you're gonna be an ASU donor.
Totri, hold on. Totri always used to do this when Sean was on the show, where he would be like, "Okay, guys, here's a bet you guys are gonna make, and I'm gonna watch." and he would always make us do trivia against each other, and then loser had to buy the other three something or the other two something.
So he always wins.
Always won.
I didn't make you.
Yes, you did. You quite literally were like, "We're doing this today on the show," and we're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I was hosting. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
He's been like, hey, by the way, right now, Erik, you are the athletic director.
Eric,
he's told me, he's like, you have to sit down and you have to cut a sport.
Eric, what am I thinking
of?
You
have to cut a sport.
What am I thinking of? If you don't get it, give me $10.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. So you're a donor. You're a prospective ASU donor.
Organ?
No, money.
Oh.
You.
Can I have your kidney, please? I'm gonna sell it so I can get some NIL money.
Okay.
You're Willie here.
Okay. I'm Willie.
You only need one of them.
There's 7 games left in the season.
Can I be Willie?
You're 26 and 23. Do you want to be Willie?
A little bit.
You're Willie. You're Willie. Okay. He's a donor. Again, not Oregon.
The Seattle Mariners were the favorite team I played for.
Okay. ASU donor, Willie Bloomquist. Willie, get donor to give you money.
Help.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got you, bro.
You want to win here?
Sell it to me.
Please.
Sell it to me, Shane.
I'm just
Why?
not sold
Why
yet.
should this guy give you money?
Me and my millions of dollars, I'm not sure.
Well, rats.
That's the best Willie you got?
Curse you.
Why does Willie talk like that? No, I think for ASU baseball, there's certainly some star talent on that roster. There has been over the last couple of seasons.
Isaiah Jackson's one of the most electrifying players.
Beast.
But consistency-wise, like they're just... Do you think it is a lack of depth on this team? Do you think it is coaching? Like, why hasn't ASU been successful under Willie the first few seasons? Anybody have an answer?
It's probably a mix of a lot of things, right? Like you need NIL to get better players.
You do.
But it also just feels like you said, having a team that's not consistent, it does reflect on the players, but it also reflects on the coaching staff as well.
Yeah.
And there's been some, if we just look at offense alone, I mean, just the last couple of games, 21 runs in the game on Sunday against Washington.
Scored 3 touchdowns.
11, 19, 15, 6, 17, 12, 13. That's an insane run. Earlier in the season, 0, 3, 1. And then they go up to double digits, then back down. 2, 5, 3. Like it's all over the place. So they're scoring like 2 to 3 runs, or they're scoring like 15.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is on the players. Players are and can be streaky, especially in baseball. But as a whole team effort, it's on the coach to level that out a little bit and not make it such high highs and such low lows.
Yeah, Blake in the chat, hopefully Ethan Mendoza stays and doesn't do what Luke Hill did.
Dude, I remember how angry Willie was last year.
He was very, very angry. Shredded him in media availability. Okay, we've done tennis, done baseball. Let's get to ASU softball. ASU softball's they've had a rough season.
What happened to the sport that I love?
They've had a really rough season. ASU softball, the only team in the Pac-12 that didn't win a conference series this season. 19-30 overall, 4-game losing streak, 3-21 in conference. And
Plains were never too low.
No, never too low. They've got Oregon State tomorrow to open the Pac-12 tournament in Stanford. It has been just a rocky season, right? Injuries really, really hurt this team. Yaya Acuna obviously going down. Not sure if it's out there yet, but Kelsey Hall is done for the season. So it's just one after another. This team has just been riddled with injuries, and it sucks that this is kind of the way that it's going to go out in the Pac-12 era.
It's never easy, man. Especially for a program that has reached some pretty high points in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
The 19-30 record just kind of slaps you in the face. 3-21 in conference. I mean, that's a 125 winning percentage in conference.
It's a very, very disappointing season.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
17-17 at home, 2-13 away.
Scared of the road. Scared of the road.
Yeah.
It's tough.
They're not hosting a regional. They might be hosting a banquet, but they're not hosting a regional this year.
That's fair. Maybe they can host it at Illegal Pete's.
Yeah. Well, Blake is completely right about this. I mean, this is still the effects of not retaining Trisha Ford.
Yeah.
Like,
can I give you one move?
I will say though, it was a steep price, and I just don't think that like the finances were even there to allocate.
Yeah, they did.
To Trisha
it was the
Ford.
$4 million they gave to Herm on his way out.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's how you keep Trisha Ford. That's how you keep Bob Bowman.
Yep.
But instead, we gave it to a
Herman Edwards. How's the football?
Great guy.
Guys, it's Taco Tuesday.
It is?
Okay? It is.
Ooh.
Which means patio season is also here.
Yum.
It was Margarita Monday yesterday.
Mac a taco tonight.
Head over.
Just like 6 of them.
Head over to Illegal Pizza or
Burrito
Tempe
maybe.
or Tucson locations. They got everything that you could possibly need. Drinks, bowls, tacos, salads, custom cocktails, beers, queso, guac. They have it all over at Illegal Pete's. And they're here to bring you a win with their legendary sound check deal. Bring in your ticket stub from any ticketed event. Get a draft beer or house margarita for a penny. Illegal Pete's wants to celebrate with you, whether it's a pregame or postgame party. They got you covered on all your game day needs. Must purchase an adult entree to redeem Illegal Pete's sound check deal. Illegal Pete's, your go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer.
Guys, I just fixed the NIL problem.
You did.
I just fixed it.
Tell me.
I just figured it all out.
Tell me.
In this big hat of mine. Everybody goes over to Desert Financial Credit Union.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out all their cash.
No,
puts it on red.
Well, that's one way, right? That's path A. Path B, what if I told you you don't have to take any money that you already have out, but in fact, I'm just going to give you, and by me, I mean Desert Financial, is going to give you $200.
200 smacks?
For free.
200 coins?
200 bones?
For nothing.
200 schmeckles?
200 coins?
All of
You
those.
said coins.
I know.
Double up on the coins because it's 200 of them.
200
And for
bones?
more than 84 years, Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union. And if you open up a free checking account online today, they are going to put $200 right in there for you. I've been using Desert Financial for as long as I've had money. And that's been a pretty long time. Not a lot of money, but I have had it for a long time. And all of it has been in with Desert Financial Credit Union. They've got checking and savings accounts, the basics, but they also have mortgages, loans, credit cards, investment options. Plus, you can go in and get any sort of financial advice that you need in person. And if you want to rep your school, no matter where you are, you can get one of 3 different Visa cards designed with Arizona State University decals and all of that. But of course, you can get your $200 for free. And then you can go to Willie Bloomquist and say, here you go, sir. Please make the program better. Here is your free $200.
Here's $200.
But if everybody signs up for Desert Financial Credit Union and everybody pitches in their $200, there we go. Sun Angel Collective getting a little fat.
$200. Hey, you never know.
He just passes it to Isaiah Jackson, says, hey, thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
You give him a tip.
Go to desertfinancial.com/ASU to get started. Get your $200. Get your ASU Visa debit card. All of that with DFCU.
Speaking of not getting star talent, the Titans just signed Tyler Boyd. And somebody said the Titans receiving core is like microwaved French fries.
It's Tyler Boyd.
It's just old.
Hop.
Yeah. It's just
Who else?
Old
Calvin
people.
Ridley. It always shocks me how old Calvin Ridley is.
Yeah, well, he left school late, came on late.
Yeah.
Because he was behind Julio.
Then missed a year because of the suspension.
Yep, then missed a year because he just loved sports betting.
Yeah. He's what, like 30, 31?
King.
No, he's 30.
That's tough.
I think he was 29 this year.
Tough for him. Guys, you ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play a little game. So I don't know if you guys are up to date with everything that's going on in music.
Trying to strike a chord.
Kendrick Lamar and the one, the only Drake himself, they've been going back and forth with a little bit of a rap beef. So,
dude, I'm never the core memory. When I was at Rock Bar.
When we were at Rock Bar.
No, you weren't there. This was Friday night. I was there 2 nights in a row.
You doubled up?
Yeah, double Rock Bar like often.
Double Rock Bars.
Yeah.
No free ads.
And I'm paid by Rock Bar. I'm giving.
Fair enough.
Just kidding.
Personal sponsor.
Anyway, I was at a bar in Old Town and I was scrolling my Twitter timeline and I saw Kendrick respond immediately after Family Matters, and I had just listened to Family Matters and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And then I saw the response, I was like, oh my God. And then I hear Dear Adonis. I'm like, okay, I got the phone. Like, oh my God. Oh, that was insane. I'm never going to forget that.
So damn good. So
are you a Drake defender, Totri?
Stop. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about any of that. We're not picking a side. Nobody's picking a side. We're not doing this on the show.
I stand with J. Cole. That's where I'm at. I stand with J. Cole.
Fucking get off the show.
I apologize, and then I'm just going to leave. So we're going to be equating each Big 12 school to a musical artist. Okay?
Okay.
You choose any genre.
Let's stay away from U of A. Let's not do that. I could see some really awful things.
Well, we have to do one for U of A.
We don't have to.
Are we doing
no
of all time? Like,
it can be anybody.
Okay, anybody. Do you guys want to collaborate, or do I just give a school and we go?
I feel like we should collaborate because I'm looking and I'm drawing blanks.
You're drawing some blanks. Okay, well let's start easy. Let's start with Colorado.
Okay, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Flashy. I don't like him.
Honestly, that's good enough for me.
You know what?
That's good enough for me.
Let's roll with it.
A lot of people do though.
Yeah,
I'm not
fair.
a fan.
That's fair. Oh my goodness, incredible. Okay, let's do West Virginia.
Oh, Luke Bryan.
Any particular reason why?
Come on. Or any
country artist?
any countries.
Okay.
Or John Denver.
Ooh.
Because duh.
I would do John Denver. John Denver for sure.
West Virginia.
Okay, let's do UCF.
Mickey Mouse musical artist. Has to be something like that.
Troy Bolton.
Very perfect. Perfect. Or what's the no, never mind.
No,
not that funny.
A little bit of a brain fart. Okay, let's do Cincinnati.
Travis Kelce singing Beastie Boys.
I was thinking Jelly Roll. Here.
Why?
Just kind of like, you've heard of them, but it's kind of
gross.
It's just not in my circle. It's not something I'm listening to like ever.
Yeah.
And I don't ever like care to.
Yeah.
You know.
Sure.
Are we cool with Jelly Roll?
That's fine.
I feel like Erik needs to contribute more here.
Dude, you guys need to care this.
Let's do BYU.
Pentatonics. That's the only one I had in the chamber.
I don't know if we're gonna get better than that.
Yeah,
that's the only one I had in the chamber.
I was thinking Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, Utah.
This needs to be like folk.
Noah Khan.
No, that's not. That's fake folk. Jacob.
Fake folk.
Yeah, that's pop folk. Jacob. Give me a folk artist. Who's your favorite folk artist? Who?
Bon Iver.
Bon Iver.
No, Noah Khan's not real folk
you.
music. He's pop folk.
How did you say it? Bon Iver?
Bon Iver.
Bon Iver? So it's just, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Bon Iver.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to equate.
He's got one good song.
That'd be Utah if they were a musical artist.
Let's do Arizona while Jacob's here.
I like the idea of Arizona being a one-hit wonder, so Vanilla Ice is a good one.
Okay.
Lil Nas X. One-hit wonder.
No, because he makes some other good music too.
That's fair.
We'll do Vanilla Ice. I like Vanilla Ice. For Arizona, not as an artist. Iowa State. Cyclones, baby.
Baby Bash. Come on. Talk about a one-hit wonder. That song, dude. Oh my god, that song hits so hard.
It is crazy.
That is one of the greatest songs ever. That's hyperbole, but it's really good.
Kansas State.
Something terrifying.
Something
like
terrifying.
metal because of their mascot. Holy shit, that gives me nightmares. You know their mascot's just a human with a mascot
Yeah, we've
head?
been over this.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's a horrible mascot. Kansas State. Is Saul still in here? Yeah. Saul, come here real quick.
This is good audio.
We're
Make sure you guys leave a 5-star review.
We're equating Big 12 schools to musical artists. What would Kansas State be? For reference, Arizona got Vanilla Ice. Good but bland.
Okay. So like
Hosier?
Whoa.
What the?
Jacob said Green Day. Coldplay.
No, Coldplay is like
elite.
Yes, Coldplay's elite. Are you serious?
Elite's out there.
Uh-oh.
What?
They're good. They're good. They're good. They're good. Who?
There you go. That's a good one. Dave Matthews is a good one.
Yeah.
What?
Elite.
You can never like anything with yellow in it ever again.
Elite? I went and saw Coldplay. It was a phenomenal concert. Great. It was awesome.
Dude, that's so insane.
Elite is
That's
out
so
there, though.
insane.
Elite might be out there.
Yeah,
I know. I've been to one of
Probably
their
one of the-
concerts. It's great.
Probably one of the greatest of all time. Like, they're that great.
Yeah, you're wrong on this one, bud.
Just take the L. It's fine.
It's okay. Move on. Next school,
okay.
Totri.
There we
Next
go.
school, Totri.
I'll take the L.
Just say I'm sorry I was wrong.
I'm sorry I was wrong.
Okay, it's fine.
Vanilla Ice, one hit wonder. TCU. It's tough.
TCU is tough. TCU's Christian, heavily funded.
Crazy Frog.
Crazy Frog. That's good. There it is. Crazy Frog.
I don't know if that's the artist. I think that's the song. I don't know.
No, Crazy Frog is the artist.
Okay,
Crazy Frog by Crazy Frog, right?
Self-titled.
Yeah, I think so. No,
Baylor.
it's called something else. Baylor.
Baylor's consistent. Yeah, they're
Baylor
sus
is
but consistent.
Consistent but sus. Drake.
No. There was. Are we going Drake? Or
No.
No.
But you talk about consistent and suspect. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Baylor. Somebody's got to talk while I'm thinking.
This is
We're all
tough.
thinking.
This is so much tougher than I initially thought.
Jacob's saying, who's the Nickelback of the Big 12?
Ooh, Nickelback of the Big 12, Houston, maybe?
Baylor. See,
That might be
Baylor.
Yeah,
I was thinking Baylor is not a bad.
that's fine.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do that.
fine.
All right, Tech.
all of these.
We've got a couple left.
All of these Texas schools are just kind of the same. They're tough.
Okay, what's like Nickelback? But not.
I don't know. There's the Nickelback's kind of one of a kind.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech feels just kind of like a trash.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
'Cause
just
Lubbock is gross.
Yeah, just like a trash country band.
Maybe Fall Out Boy. I know it's not country, but
Did you
How
just
are
say
they-
trash?
How are they trash?
no, I didn't say they were trash. I was just saying Fall Out Boy.
Why?
It just fits.
No, it doesn't.
It could fit.
No, it doesn't.
It does though.
No.
No.
No follow.
Well, we still have Texas Tech, Kansas, Houston, and ASU.
We'll come back to Texas Tech.
Okay.
Kansas.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, but lacking in one category. So maybe a really good singer, but their lyrics don't really mean anything.
Let's see. Really good singer, but their lyrics don't mean anything.
But has been really good for a while.
Justin Bieber.
That's good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's
Could go
good.
Justin Bieber for Kansas?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I would not think that Justin Bieber and Kansas would go together, but it does
Okay,
make
Houston.
sense.
Houston.
Really good recently.
Yeah, really
And a
good.
lo-
Really
and,
good.
And a long time ago. But in
Really-
between,
Yeah. Really good. Well,
So
then,
Short Bus Owl City. Really good at the start, really good lately, not really good in the middle.
I mean, that's who had a revitalization. Dr. Dre. He's kind of
Houston.
been quiet though now.
Yeah.
Snoop's been consistent.
This
No,
one might be a
Snoop's a
Fall.
sellout.
This one might be a Fall
Yeah,
Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy's good here.
This one
Fall
might
Out
be a
Boy's
Fall
good
Out
here.
Boy.
This is just a crazy list of artists.
This is a very
Okay,
crazy.
do you want to do ASU?
All
We have
you want
ASU and Tech.
ASU should be last.
Okay, then we
So
have
then
Tech.
Tech.
Okay. I like Owl City.
Owl
They're not
City's
trash though. That's a one-hit wonder. Yeah, it probably has to be a country artist. That's what's little shithead's name that Michaela likes?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, there you go. Talk about trash. There it is.
I'm here for it. And Conyers loves.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Perfect.
That works. Okay, Arizona State.
Rascal Flatts. That's good too, though. Sharon. Okay.
T-Pain.
No, because T-Pain isn't snoozing.
Yeah. So snoozing, just kind of cruising along here.
Yeah. This is tough.
Who's an independent artist?
Chance the Rapper.
But we can't we can't be that nice, guys.
Chance
A lot of people
has been
hated his shit.
Chance has been pretty bad
I was
recently.
gonna say that's the same time that like the Herm stuff
He's
was
been-
happening.
and
like Chance did
he
kind
just
of
put
go
out
off
that
the rails.
snippet.
Yeah.
That sounds like old Chance.
So he might be
getting back to our ways.
Let's do Chance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good
Okay.
at the beginning, good history.
Got married to the wrong person,
Yep,
and now it's back.
Got
Oh, wait,
married.
we
Got
still-
married to the very wrong person.
I screwed up. We have one more.
Who?
Oklahoma State.
That could be Rascal Flats.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So just to recap,
Jeez, what a list.
some of the spelling on this is probably off. Cincinnati, Jelly Roll. Houston, Fall Out Boy. Kansas State, Dave Matthews. Kansas, Justin Bieber. Iowa State, Baby Bash. That's my favorite. Texas Tech, Morgan Wallen. Baylor, Nickelback. UCF, Troy Bolton. TCU, Crazy Frog. Oklahoma State, Rascal Flats. West Virginia, John Denver. Colorado, Lil Baby.
So that one's going to be tough. People, when we put that online, people like a lot of people like Lil Baby. A lot of people do. Do you guys like Lil Baby?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can leave it.
No. Utah, the non-Jacob way that I'm going to say it is Bon Iver. I can't remember how he said it.
Bon Iver.
What was BYU? I can't pronounce.
Pentatonics.
Pentatonics. Yeah. Okay. Arizona, Vanilla Ice, and Arizona State. Chance the Rapper. Everybody good? Nobody has any qualms with that?
I'm fine with that.
We're good? We're good? Mr. Deef?
All good.
Okay. On that note, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. Hit the like button.
Well, hold on.
What?
What's tomorrow, Totri?
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
And
Oh,
The
shoot.
very first.
Tomorrow. Guys, if you have
Is
watched...
it his very first?
It's his very first as the trio. Yeah. His first of the summer.
Dude, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Just know.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
I run. Just know I run
Buckle
this.
up, Buttercup.
All right.
Because the snake drafts are back. We're doing it.
I run this shit.
One a week through the summer. Wednesday snake drafts are back at the tail end.
You're not going to
of
make me
Wednesday
spell
shows.
Zyrus Fiaseu again, are you?
Potentially. Guys and girls, be there for Wednesday's show. I love the snake drafts. They're my absolute favorite. But that is going to do it for today's show. Hit the like button and the subscribe button on your way out. Give us a follow at PHNX _Sun Devils.
As Erica says, golf tournament Friday.
Golf tournament Friday.
Signed up
Only a
yet.
couple spots
PHNX.
left.
Yeah,
Go
there's only, 2 foursomes left?
2-3 foursomes left. Go phnx.com/events to get in on the action.
Sign up. We're all going to be
Burrito
there.
Express breakfast.
We're all going to be there.
That pays
It's
for the
gonna be
round
right.
itself.
Yum, yum, yum.
I'm so excited. I am so damn excited. The weather's going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's golf in the morning. It's Friday. The weekend is approaching at that point. Come on, guys. Get out there. Let's have some fun.
You shouldn't try to, but you could on accident hit Totri with a golf ball if you.
Why?
You can do it on purpose. You can do it on purpose.
No,
too.
don't.
why?
You
Okay.
should
You
do it
could.
on purpose.
That's crazy.
could.
That's crazy.
Not hard. It's a little
That's
tap.
crazy. I'm getting why are we
That's
trying to take me out with a
crazy.
just little? Why are we trying to take me out with a golf ball?
That's crazy.
It's little.
Huh?
Follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef.
Yeah, you can follow me at Anthony _Totri. This guy doesn't get a follow since he's
Nope.
trying to take me out with golf balls. You can follow DJ Danielle at Abrica Danielle across social media. Shane, do the thing.
Go Devils. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.